Hello everybody, how are you? I hope we will have a few people joining us tonight, and I'll give people a few moments to join in. I had a few troubles with audio and with the internet yesterday, which meant that my ninth day that should have been in a row wasn't able to happen. So I apologise to everybody who was expecting a video yesterday. I just couldn't get online and I couldn't get my sound working. There was just ongoing troubles. I tried to do a Facebook Live earlier in the day and it wasn't letting me do it. The sound didn't come across very well. So hopefully tonight sound is so much better and everybody can hear me. And if you can hear me, please let me know in the comments below. Hello Faisal, thank you so much for joining. Okay, so we're on day 9 of how to make money from the internet. And this whole series has been about giving you some ideas, things that you might have not thought about, or ideas of options that hadn't even crossed your mind. And if you had thought of them, you'd allowed yourself to have reasons why you couldn't do it. I'll use it as an example when we're talking about being a freelancer and using Fiverr, and that PayPal is very difficult to get if you live in Pakistan. I did a quick bit of Googling and I was able to find ways that you could get around it. So if you're using an excuse that you can't do something, it was about letting you know that there are ways to get around it. So we've covered quite a few things in these last 8 days, and this is, of course, the 9th day. Thank you, everybody who's joining in. Please say hi in the comments so I get a chance to say hello to you. So we've gone through a number of things that you're able to use to be able to make money online. I've talked about freelancing, writing a book and being an author, creating your own products, and using YouTube and affiliate marketing. There's a whole heap of ways that you can make money from the internet. And in the very first couple of videos, I always talked about your mindset and being aware of what your skills and abilities are. So what might work for one person may not work for you. What may work for you may not work for another person. But it's finding your own way and letting the world know just how awesome you are. And it's really essential that you be aware of just how amazing you are. And any issues or barriers that you find in being able to start talking about what you can do and letting people know just needs to be overcome. So today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite ways of making money from the internet, and that's by coaching and consulting. To become a coach or a consultant doesn't mean that you have to go and do a coaching or a consulting course. When you're the person everybody comes to ask how to get answers or how to do things, that makes you a coach. You can go through somebody and sit down with somebody online or in your own town and go through how to do it. And as a coach, you can show them, you can encourage them, and you can get them to start doing things the way that they want to do them. That's my definition of a coach, and there's lots of other different definitions, but that's how I regard it as coaching. So if I'm showing you how to do it, I'm coaching you. And while I'm coaching you, I'm making sure that you're learning, and that's what a good coach does. So if you've got anybody that you're working with online who isn't, as a coach, showing you how to do what they're showing you to do, then you need to ask them why. That's, again, my personal opinion, but that's how I think of coaching. You're actually showing and encouraging people what to do and then watching how they do it and then making sure that they're on the right track. Coaching can be really powerful and a great way to make money online because it's your skills and abilities, which I've talked about from the beginning. By showing somebody how to do something, to be the person that they go to, they're paying you a percentage, an hourly rate, a project payment, whatever it might be, to get something done that it's too hard for them to do themselves. Along the way, you may be teaching them how to do it forevermore themselves. You might just be doing it as a one-off so that this job can be done. But what it comes down to is when you're doing some coaching, you're actually showing them how to actually improve what they do. And that's how I think of as coaching. Coaching can be done face-to-face or it can be done online. And it's simply allowing people to know that you're available for coaching. Same as being available for consulting. I've mentioned several times in these videos that if you're interested in improving what you're doing, I'm available to be a coach or a consultant depending on your needs. As I've said from the beginning, I'm not free. If you want free advice, you can go to my Tania Shipman's training Facebook page, or you can go join my Facebook group, Business Automation 101, if you're interested in business automation, and in there I offer free advice. But if you want one-to-one coaching or consulting, then you need to give me a message and we can discuss how we can work together. And I'd love to be able to work with you. Consulting is more a case of listening to what you want, hearing what you're not saying, and then finding a course of action for you that you can go on with from then. Consulting is also the, if I do this, what do you think question. If I'm talking to you about this and you think it's a bad idea, will you tell me sort of questions. Consulting usually pays more than coaching, because consulting is usually at a much higher level in that it's analyzing, it's looking at what might happen from the business if you do whatever direction you're making. Consulting is often much more in-depth than coaching. I can coach you how to create an Excel spreadsheet, but if you want to find out how your spreadsheets could grow your business and where you should place your Facebook ads and where you should position your business, that becomes consulting. Some people call them the same thing, I call them different, but both of them can make you money from the internet, because whatever your skill or ability might be, you can coach somebody to become like you. If you're really good at analyzing and seeing the big picture, thinking of ways to get around barriers, which I've been doing with you these last 9 videos, finding ways that you can actually make money from the internet, even if you're saying you can't be able to do that. And as I said at the beginning of the video, please say hi. I'm Tania Shipman, and I'd love to say hi to you, whatever your name is. Coaching and consulting are based on your experience, and they're also based on your reputation. People will ask, who's a good coach? Who's a good consultant? And as you grow your experience, people will give out your name. That doesn't mean that you have to wait until you've built your reputation. You just need to find one. Hi, Mohammed and Mohammed. Thank you both for saying hi. So you don't need to be a big name consultant or coach to be able to start coaching and consulting. You just need somebody who needs your skills and expertise. Somebody who will go to you and say, how do I do this? What is the way to do this? What is the best way to do this? I want to know how to do this. Can you make sure that I'm getting it right? And with coaching, it's often you're not sitting down and showing them everything. That might not be that's more of a training type thing. But the coaching is in terms of, yes, you're on the right track. You're doing well. It's giving them encouragement. It's giving them the tips and tricks. They can call you and say, I'm not quite sure how to do this. You can give them a bit of guidance and they keep on going. With consulting, you're looking at, where can I go from here? What is the bigger picture? And I've mentioned that before, I know, but consulting is getting into your mind, getting into your needs and getting into your business and what you're doing, and being able to give you not so much the answers, but giving you the questions that will let you find the answers. I've had many a consulting hour or two where most of my conversation has simply been why, or how, or when, or what. And those questions are really easy to ask, but they have to be asked at the right time, because people will be telling you what their plans are and what they want out of their business. If you're a coach or if you're a consultant already, the way you can make more money from the internet is expanding your business and working out ways that you can automate people being able to get in contact with you, and also be looking at ways that they can easily answer questions, or you can speak to more people, that you can now create your coaching and consulting into workshops and into webinars where people can pay not to have a one-on-one with you, but to in effect get your knowledge and experience. Starting out as a coach or a consultant is simply by starting and saying I'm available. And these are my skills and my abilities. I've many times mentioned over these videos My name is Tania Shipman. My business is Simple Solutions Today. My group is Business Automation 101. I work with businesses to find ways that they can improve their productivity through software, systems and staffing. Sorry, I had a little bit of a stop there. Through systems and staffing so that they can increase their productivity, make more money, and have more time available to them. Oh, okay then. So Abdul is saying then that he's been doing online. Have you been doing consulting, Mohammed, to earn money? The other Mohammed asked about which websites you can trust to earn money. You trust websites that are well known. And if you're trying to make money, you're looking at websites, depending on what you want to do, you're looking at websites like Fiverr and Upwork so that you can know that your payments will come through. Places where there is a long-standing business and you're able to find recommendations and reviews that don't sound as if they've been written by somebody or they're only a couple of days old. So just going through these questions. So if you're giving money to a website in the hope that you'll earn money, you're almost guaranteed that you're going to lose money. So I hope that's answered your question, Mohammed. But when you're asking to trust to earn money, use websites that are in the business as such. Use Forbes and Inc.com. Go to Huffington Post. Check out what they're recommending as ways to, say, make money online. Do your research. Look at who's writing these sorts of things. There's plenty of people making money online with lots of different ways. One of the things I haven't touched on during all of these things is using e-commerce where you sell products online. I don't do that myself. So rather than coming online and saying, oh yes, you can do all of this, I don't have the experience to be able to say for you to do it. But there are other people that you can find and ask in Facebook groups and Google and YouTube and see what's being offered. It's very easy to say, look, I just want one site that will tell me all the answers, and that's not possible. You really do have to do your research and your work. Thank you, Amna. I'm glad you like my haircut. And I'm glad you think I'm cute. That's made me laugh. When you want to make money online, you have to work. Any website that tells you that you don't have to do any sort of work to be able to make money, and they try to convince you to pay whatever they're doing and that they'll have money rolling into your account, you need to do a lot of research and make sure that they're actually true in what they're saying. Because I know many, many friends who have invested huge amounts of money to come away with very little. And that's really sad when that's happened. So by being able to say, I've done my research, and as I said, ask on Facebook, go and look on Facebook, search Google, go to YouTube. There's so many places where you can find out if people have got good reputations or not. And online, your reputation is everything. That's where it comes down to. And that comes back to anything that you do. If you say you're going to deliver, you deliver. If you can't, you're honest about it. If something happens and there's a mistake, again, you're honest about it. All of this builds your reputation and makes you credible and able to make even more money online. And just keep on doing it. And look for the way that works for you. If you're great at writing letters and books and all that, create ebooks and sell them on Kindle. If you're really, really good at consulting, do consulting. That was why my very first couple of videos were talking about finding out what's good for you and what works for you. Coaching and consulting is one of the things I love doing. I love working with businesses and with individuals to be able to find the best way for you to be able to do things. Being able to sit down with a business and with a person and save them 5 minutes a day or half an hour a day. Doesn't sound like much, but it can mean the difference from being able to have another business call that could make you money or gives you another half an hour with your family. All of that for me is why I love doing consulting. So if you love and really enjoy doing coaching and consulting, and you're already doing it offline, for example, in your business because that's your occupation, look and see what you can do online, who you can offer it to. Join coaching groups on Facebook. Join areas where you can be able to share what you know. Be yourself. I keep saying that. Be real on TV, on video, on your businesses, on your Facebook groups. Be yourself. Be real. And let everybody see who you are and how awesome you are. And people will come to you and ask, how do I do things? And can you help me? Put yourself out there. That's really hard to do. I can totally understand why it can be. But if that's something you're really passionate about, that's something you need to investigate. Coaching and consulting can make a huge difference in both your life and also in the people that you coach and consult with. They can really see it. Yes, that's a good question, Mohammed, and I agree. Yes, of course, before coaching, you have to have something to back it up. So whether you have people who can give you testimonials, that you can shoot a few videos of people saying how good it was or how much you've helped them. Yes, of course, you have to create your own profile, but if you're online already, you should already be working on creating your profile and offering help and advice and showing people that you know what you do. And then you can say, yes, you can come to me. If you haven't started doing that, then start now and do some of the other things that I talked about while you build up your profile and build up your reputation. Everything starts at the beginning. So if you want to be a coach and consultant and you've never been online before, well then no, you're not going to become a coach and consultant straight away. You're going to have to build up your skills and experience and your online presence and everything else like that. Okay, and that's another really good question. And again, it comes. I talked about it on one of the other videos, and it's just to be unique. Doesn't matter what other people are doing. You have to put it out there, share it on Facebook groups, offer a free sample, get it out there, let people know that you're selling, talk about it on your timeline, create a Facebook page, join groups. You have to work to be able to make money from the internet. You can't just say, hey, I created a picture, buy it from me. You have to be out talking about it on social media. Hamada asked, how can you create your profile? Exactly that. You need to create a profile. Go onto Facebook. That's the easiest and the cheapest one to do it on. And start joining groups and talking in groups about what you know. If you're going to go into a group where you've only just made a profile, you don't have an image, you've done nothing, you've been online for one day and you're asking to join 5,000 groups, you're going to get knocked back. But look for groups that are in your expertise and ask to join. And then when you join your group, help. Don't go straight in and say, hey, I want a job, give me a job, I want a job, everybody start working for me, working with me. Because you're only going to annoy people and you're not going to have proven yourself. Again, it's about building the foundations, getting started if you haven't done it before. So yes, Amna, get out there and start showing people what you can do. If you're a multimedia artist, have you worked on Fiverr? Have you looked for jobs on Upwork? Have you got a website where people can look at what you do? Have you got a Facebook page where you highlight your images? All of these sorts of things are the basic requirements to be able to start making money online. And people use different personas and pretend to be other people. But if you're building a business that you intend to be your business into the future, then you be real, be yourself and be unique and say, this is the beautiful things I can create. I've used in the past, I'm a product creator. I create ebooks and I create videos and I create memberships. And 2 years ago when Pokemon Go was all the rage, 6 to 8 of us decided to each put out a product. Some of us did very well, some of us did not so very well. but every single product was different. We started with Pokemon Go, and each of us came up with something different. Great, Amna. I'm really pleased that that I've been able to help you. And that's my goal with all of these videos, is to let you know that there are ways that you can make money from the internet. You just need to get started, do the first steps, build your profile, create a Facebook page, talk about what you do, say I'm available. As I keep saying, I'm a consultant. If you want to work with me, send me a PM, private message, and ask, how can we work together? If you haven't got much money, join my Facebook page or join my group and talk to me there. The point of it is that if you're not saying to people, I'm available, then they don't know that you are available. Okay then, so if there's no more questions, I'm going to call this one half an hour, but I can see that my internet is starting to play up again, and I don't know if it's coming through properly. So it's been a pretty good 20 minutes, and I think I've helped everybody who's been online. So I'll end it here. I'll be back tomorrow for my final day 10 of making money from the internet. I'll be doing a summary. I'll be opening it up to people to talk to me and just let everybody join in. And if you've been able to get anything from these last 9 days of Facebook Lives, I'd love to hear from you. And I'll be putting a link for people to join who message me and let me know. So everybody, thank you so much for coming along. Pardon me, coming along and joining in with these Facebook Lives. I love your questions and I love being able to help you. And I'll be back in the next video to talk to you about day 10 of making money from the internet. I'm Tania Shipman from Simple Solutions Today and Business Automation 101. Thank you so much for joining with me. Bye, everybody.